Viewers, welcome to my live show on immigration update. Today, I'll speak about the new changes brought by a statement of change on 22nd of October 2020 in relation to the Tier 4 international students. I have already discussed my previous video on 5th of October. New immigration rules came for international students. However, on 22nd of October, over 514 pages long immigration rules changes came in is coming to force from 1st of December 2020, and these changes also brought some changes for international students. So as you know, for international students, is a big news for them that they are going to the international student whoever will complete their graduation or their course from next year, they will get 2 years work permit. In addition to that, the new changes come on 22nd of October 2020, and it is very important for international students who want to come to the UK, because if they want to come to the UK for higher education for next session, they need to keep their maintenance, financial requirement, their maintenance in their bank account, and that's where the changes come. So the first, I'll give you the update for internal student, which came into force on 22nd of October by the statement of changes. That is the maintenance requirement. Currently the maintenance requirement for intern student is £1,265 for London, and if an international student study outside the London, the maintenance requirement is £1,015. However, from 1st of December 2020, that is going to be changed. So if any international student do any course inside the London, the maintenance requirement is £1,334 for each month, and the student must keep maintenance for 9 months, for 1 year. So basically, the intern student is required to keep the maintenance for 1 year. 1 year means for 9 months, and for each month is £1,334 if you study in the London. If you study outside the London, then the maintenance requirement is £23 for each month, and you have to keep for 9 month maintenance in your bank account. The second important update is these changes will come into force from 1st of December 2020. In terms of the bank statement, also some changes come. That is, you can use your electronic bank statement. You don't need to take the statement to the bank and stamp on it. So under the current immigration requirement, documentary evidence requirement, that is, if you printed a statement, you must take it to your bank, and the bank has to stamp on your bank statement, which has been removed. So now the rules is from 1st December that if you print a statement from bank, you can use it as it is as soon as the fund is available. So this in terms of bank statement. And how long you need to keep the maintenance? You must keep the maintenance in your bank account for 28 days. And the statement, when you will take from your bank, you must it must not be older more than 31 days. So 28 days you must keep your money, and the bank statement must not be older more than 31 days. So if any international student from outside the UK, from Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Nigeria, Ghana, or anywhere in the world, including Europe, if anyone want to come study, you must keep your maintenance in your bank account in advance. So I think from now on, this rule is applicable for international students. So if you planning to deposit this money in your bank account, you can withdraw the bank statement after 28 days, or means after 1 month. That means from now on, the maintenance is increased. You cannot keep or deposit that money what is currently applicable. You should keep the money what is subject to the future requirement, which is from December, that is £1,334. The changes is basically around 500 14 pages, huge amount of change. It is not only for international student, it is come for tier 4, tier 5, tier 2 general work permit. The statements also relating to other criteria of visa, visitor visa, validity, general work permit, a lot of new appendix is going to add it. It's also relating to the EU nationals. I already gave a brief information yesterday. Today I will be limited to the international students. So international students, mainly today my discussion is what are the changes other than the maintenance, what are the changes come for international student. That is what I'm going to do next. So I already covered the maintenance requirement, and in terms of um, other requirement, which is if international students want to bring their spouse or their dependent, also the maintenance requirement has changed. Currently the maintenance requirement is for point-based system is 630 pounds, which is going to be changed now. Another important changes also for international student, as probably you know, you are familiar with this, the international student, those who are doing postgraduate course, they can bring their a spouse or dependent family member in the UK. So, but the dependent family member anywhere, dependent family member, their spouse has right to work in full time, but there is some restriction that is in terms of that the dependent cannot work as a postgraduate doctors or dentist or professional sport person. That what also is going to change. Now students and their dependent who are allowed to work will now be able to work as a postgraduate doctor or dentist in training. So this is a huge change for international student in terms of their work permit. If any international student come to the UK now, they can work as a dentist or doctor. The generally student can work for 20 hours in term time. Other than term time, they will able to work for full time. Their spouse dependent can work again full time. English language requirement also changes for international student, and it is applicable for everyone. If any international student want to study, obviously the English language requirement is B2 or B1. I'll tell you later, but before that, the new changes which came into force which introduced by the statement of change on 22nd of November. That is, if any student satisfied that he or she had English in GCSE, that case he doesn't need to fulfill the requirement of English again. So if they had a GCSE or A level in English, then they don't need to satisfy the English language requirement. The most important change, what I would say for international student is the financial maintenance requirement. If any international student can prove that he was in the UK, or if any student extend or switch their visa from inside the UK, and if they can prove that he is in the UK for last 12 month or 12 month, in that case he doesn't need to satisfy the English language. He doesn't need to satisfy the maintenance requirement. So this is the important change, that if any international student who are already in the UK, if you want to extend your visa, if you want to switch any other category, for example, if you switch to tier 2 category, you don't need to satisfy the maintenance requirement. And that is a maintenance requirement, which is obviously you will gain 10 points from the maintenance. So this is the changes came into 22nd of October. Other than these changes, also the main changes for international student came in back in 5th of October. I already discussed that issue, but I'll give you some information today. Again, I'll show you what the changes come. So under the 5th of October, the new immigrations rules has changed. The student visa, the rules relating to student or international student wholly changed. The Home Office simplified the whole immigration rules, and they introduced two new appendix ST and appendix CT. CT basically for child student, and appendix ST for adult student. Adult student means for those who are over 18 or 17. So these are the two new appendix introduced by the Home Office. So let me give the student one, because most of the adult students want to come to the UK under new immigration rules. So what are the changes come? So the main changes, I'll tell you, it's not much changes, but the some changes which is obviously students need to know. For example, maintenance requirement, what I said, that is, it has changed. Now we need to put the increased amount of money in your bank account to get 10 points. So point requirement, which has changed as well, because right now the point requirement, if any international student want to come to the UK, he need to gain 70 points. It used to be 40 points, but now it has changed. Now the 70 point, there are three sections from where you will get 70 points. So first 50 points you will get from confirmation of acceptance for studies, which is basically for once you find a university for to do any course, and you will pay the tuition fee to the university, and then university will issue a CAS, which is confirmation of acceptance for study. That CAS letter will confirm you 50 points. So I think you will see in the screen. So this is the 50 point what will confirm by the CAS, and then the rest of the 70 point financial requirement, which is maintenance. I already discussed that if you put the amount of money, which is, if you do a course inside the London, 1,335 pound. If you do a course outside the London, 1,023 pound. And again, you have to keep that money for 9 months. And if you obtain a bank statement from the bank, which will show you that you have that amount of money for 28 days, and the bank statement is not older than more than 31 days, in that case you will get 10 points. So you got 50 point plus 60 point, so you got that 60 point, you left only 10 point to get visa. So next 10 point will come from your English language requirement, which is you must provide evidence to the anti-clearance officer that you have that level of English. So the level of English is, I'll give you information. If you do a graduate level course or over, you must satisfy the B2 level. If you do any undergraduate pre-sessional course below graduate level, degree level, you need to satisfy the B1. So either B1 or B2 certificate will confirm you another 10 points. So altogether you will get 70 points. Here is the table. You see in the screen, that is the 70 point. Once you get 70 point, you satisfy the requirement under the new immigration rules to get visa. Just one more test left, that is, you must prove and satisfy the anti-clearance officer that you are a genuine student. Genuine student is very important. That what the discretionary matter, and you have to satisfy the anti-clearance officer. So the anti-clearance officer probably invite you for an interview, and they will try to find out whether you are a genuine student or not. In that respect, I want to tell you, back to in 2009, 2010, 2011, 12, the way international students came in the UK, they opened their door here and there in Whitechapel, different area, one building, 2-room college, 2-room, 1-room college, 1 building, 3-4 colleges. That way colleges was that a lot of students come, genuine student, which is 10 years gap. These types of students came in the UK. But this in the next time, under the new immigration system, I believe the door will not be open like past in 2009, the way in 2009 or 2010 student come, the immigration rules will be more harder, less student will come, and only genuine student come, because genuine student test is entirely a discretionary power of an anti-clearance officer, and although anyone can maybe satisfy this 50 point, but anti-clearance officer will look at into your paper, whether you have a study gap, whether what is your intention, whether you return back to your home country. Obviously, after your study, you'll get 2 years work permit, but you must satisfy the anti-clearance officer that you are a genuine student. So genuine student test obviously will be an obstacle for many students to get visa, all despite you achieve 70 point. What are the changes came, including on 22nd of October? I already discussed the English language requirement, which is I see in the screen, that is either you have to be level B2, where the applicant is studying a course at UK bachelor degree level or above, or level B1, where the applicant is studying a pre-sessional course or a course below UK bachelor degree. Financial requirement, I already discussed that you must have the maintenance in your bank account. Now, then another one, maximum study requirement. How long, how many years international student can stay in the UK on a student visa? So if you do a graduate degree level course, 5 years, you can stay in the UK. Highest if you do any postgraduate course. If you just do a postgraduate course, 3 years. If you do honors and masters or PhD, then you can stay up to 8 years. This is the maximum period of change. That means you cannot complete, cannot stay in the UK for 10 years to get indefinite leave to remain. Very technical and very important. So you will not able to, your leave to remain will not able to lead indefinite leave to remain on a student visa, because you can stay highest up to 8 years in the UK on a student visa. Then work condition, this is also important, whether the student will able to work or not. The work condition is, as you see in the screen, I already show you the table, but I'll tell you whether a student has the work permit or not. Yes, student has work permit if international student come on bachelor degree level or above postgraduate level or do any PhD. That case, student will able to work 20 hours per week, and in the term time and when holiday time, the student will able to work in full time. If any student do any pre-sessional course or foundation course before entering to degree level course, they will have permission to work for 10 hours. Though this is the work permit if their dependent can work full time. Now the next question is dependent or family member, whether international student can bring their dependent. They didn't publish the details guideline, but under the existing system, only postgraduate student, those who doing a postgraduate course, they can bring their dependent family member, means their spouse, partner, their dependent children. They can come to the UK, and they this dependent will able to work full time. So this is the financial dependent child. Okay, this is the requirement for, this is the changes which came in 5th of October, and then later on the changes come also in 22nd of October 2020. I hope you got some information. That's information, what update, what I'm giving you in live today is not came on 5th of October. Some update came 5th of October to onward, and some update came this week, 22nd of October 2020, because 22nd of October came huge changes on immigration law, and I will tell this is the changes come last 1 year. Whatever changes come, they published 514 pages long update, and more is coming. So this is the starting point of post-Brexit immigration plan. So today I'll discuss about what are the changes brought by the statement of change on 22nd of October as well as 5th of October for international student, tier 4 international student. And next session will be what changes brought by statement of change 22nd of October for general skill worker, general tier 2 work permit or point based system. What are the changes, what the requirement? I'll discuss the details on my next session. So if you want to know more about work permit, a new immigration point based system, please bear with me, stay with me, follow my pages. I will discuss the details on my next session about new immigration point-based system. What are the changes brought by the statement of change on 22nd of October 2020. I hope you got bit information, but if you have any still, if you don't get me any answer, if you have any specific question, please feel free to contact me by the email address provided in my Facebook page, and I will give you answer on my own free time. Please don't forget to share this video in your timeline for the benefit of our community, for our brother and sister who want to come to the UK. And please, a lot of people ask me and request me to give a work permit, to give a university cast letter, or whether I help to come here. I'm a solicitor. I don't provide any work permit. I'm a lawyer. I just give the update on the Facebook page. This is not a legal advice. This is a generic information for the those who are interested on immigration law or immigration update. Thank you all of you. Have a very good night, and this is the one for today.